what's up you guys, after show reaction. Today I'm going to be doing my Angel Season 3 thoughts video. So I have finished Season 3 of Angel, and basically in these videos I just go over some of my thoughts on, the season, because I suck at explaining myself. When episodes end, a lot of stuff gets lost within the episodes, like some gigantic thing may happen, and then like something even bigger might happen at the end of the episode, but then I'll forget about the thing that happened in the middle, like, you know what I mean? So this is kind of where I just discuss how I feel about the season, and yeah. In this video, I will also be including some of your questions and some predictions that I have for the next season. So without further ado, let's get into my thoughts for the season. So this season started off kind of strong. Like, it wasn't like a really strong premiere or anything like that, but it was decently strong. Like, it was probably like, if I could like compare it in terms of beginnings, it was kind of like maybe season 5's premiere of Buffy. Kind of like it sort of set up a few things, but also it's not like, it wasn't like Anne or like Freshman, like where it had that huge epic moment, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, and then I started shipping Kangel. That was a thing that started happening at the beginning of this season. And then I felt really weird about it by the end, which I will get into because I think there's a question about it. So I'll get into that later. So then we had, a bunch of like character building type episodes with like Gunn and his crew, which disappeared. I think they got the memo that I didn't like them. And then we had like, Fred, and we built up her character a lot. I really enjoyed her at the beginning of the season. I wasn't a huge fan of her at the end of this season. Not that I don't like her character at all or anything like that. I do like her as a character. But I just think that there are some things that didn't work. So Darla comes back and she's pregnant, and it's like, what? Vampires can't have kids. Still not really explained, but okay. And we got kind of a redemption for Darla, which was quite sweet. She kind of sacrificed herself in order to bring life into the world, which is really adorable, like quite sweet, really. And then we had like a series of episodes with Angel being a dad, and like I knew deep down that this can't last. Like, there's no way that, a vampire is gonna be able to raise his kid and something's not gonna happen. Like, I knew deep down. But I was just so hopeful, and like, I don't know, I lost myself in how cute and adorable Angel was as a dad. And then all of that stuff happened with Wes. Whew. Where he practically beats Lorne, like, unconscious. Like, come the fuck on, poor Lorne. And then he gets his throat slit, and oh my god. Then we got Holtz coming back, and I'm like thinking to myself, how is this guy a bad guy? Seriously, we had like, we had nothing but human bad guys in the Buffyverse. At this point, though. Anyways, I'll go into what I thought about Holtz in one of the questions. And then Connor got taken through a portal, which I should have known better. Like, if there's a portal, there's a way back. There's no death. They will come back. I should know better by now. Angel came back from his portal. Fred came back from her portal, like, portals equal, like, one day they'll return. I wasn't a huge fan of Connor, which again I will go into later in this video. I was quite disappointed in this season's finale, if I'm completely honest. I mean, you've got Buffy where something really tragic happens and Willow turns dark and tries to destroy the world. But then, on the flip side, you've got Angel getting attacked by his kid, put in a safe and dropped into the ocean. Like, the comparison there is like a bit, I feel like it's probably my least favourite finale so far. And like, that's including like season 1 finale, which was actually quite good actually, if you think about it. Like, I think it's definitely one of the greater episodes. That includes like season 4 finale, which was actually I don't know. I don't count Restless as the finale. I count the Yoko Factor. Yoko Factor? Primeval. I don't know. Whichever one is the... Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, yeah, I just wasn't a fan of the finale of this episode. Just left me feeling very empty. Sajan's whole plan about, like, just getting Connor out of the way was... Oh my god. Does it also mean that he can totally die? Because Connor's alive. Prophecy's still, you know, a thing, right? I don't know. Unless his was faked all along. Maybe someone else faked his prophecy to serve their own will. I don't know. Let's get into some of your questions. Andres Sotil asked, which was the most dramatic moment of this season for you? So that was definitely the moment that Wesley gets his throat slit. I mean, like, Connor being taken into a hell dimension was a close second, but, just the fact that I'm so attached to Wes, and he's one of my favourite characters, and he just gets his throat slit. Like, I've never seen a character survive from that before, so I did not have high hopes, and, like, I was also in very much denial as well. Like, I was like, there's no way he's dead. No. But yeah, that was definitely the most dramatic for me. William Crow asked, what's your best possible theory on what happened between Angel and Buffy when they met up off screen? Now, I had a little bit of time to think about this one, and I believe that Buffy has always been able to open up to Angel properly. So I think that she probably would have told Angel all the stuff that she's told Spike, if I'm honest. I think that she would have told him that, you know, she was in heaven, and that she felt lost, and I think Angel would have known that kind of stuff. I don't think she would have kept it from him. I think she would have, you know, probably cried in his arms, maybe. I don't know. That's what I think. They've just always had, like, a very open and honest relationship. Except when he went evil, but you know. He didn't do that. Stranger Doe asked, which character did you like the most this season and which the least? So it's a tie still between Cordelia and Wesley. But by the end, I don't know. Things changed by the end. Things just didn't sit very well throughout the last part of this season for me, and like all the characters just sort of shifted a little bit, and I don't know, I felt a little bit not attached to everyone. I don't know how to explain it actually. Which did I not like? I don't like Gunn. And I'm just gonna say something to clarify, because people have actually called me racist for not liking Gunn. It has nothing to do with his skin color. I just want you to know that the actor that plays Gunn plays Mike Peterson on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I love him. He's definitely one of my favorite recurring characters. Okay? So it has nothing to do with his skin tone. I can't even believe people have even gone there. I just don't like the way that he is written as a character. I feel like he is... I don't know, I just don't connect with him as a character. I just don't think that he's written very well. He is, to me, probably the closest to Riley as a character, but he's still better than Riley. I don't know why or how, but I do like him better than I like Riley, which was not at all. But by the end of the season, I think I disliked Connor a lot more. Did you really have to stuff him in the ocean? Also, I do have a quick question about the whole stuffing in the water. Same thing happened to a character on the Vampire Diaries, okay? And the way the Vampire Diaries works is like when you don't have blood for a couple of months, you start to desiccate. Is that a thing on Buffy? Because I've never, like, I don't know how that works on Buffy. And if that's the case, are we going to get to see that? Because he's going to... Well, I guess it depends how long he's in the ocean for. But yeah, that's something that's never really been clarified. Do they, like, mummify? Do they become, like, super thirsty? Or do they desiccate? Or do they just turn to stone? I don't know. That's what I want to know. The Homoculi Curse asked, what would you have done if you were in Holtz's position? With the arch enemy who killed everyone you love being alive and apparently good. Would you take revenge or do something else? And if you did take revenge, would you do it the same way? Look, I have to be honest. I remember paying attention quite well when I was watching these episodes. And I don't recall anyone telling him that Angel had a soul. There was times that they were like, you know, he's good now and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think Holtz knew that Angel had a soul. What a difference it could have made if he did know. He doesn't understand, you know, the difference between having a soul and not having a soul. He came back for one reason and one reason only. And he was blinded by the rage of his past, that he couldn't see past what a good vampire is or what a bad vampire is. And I don't think he understands what the difference a soul makes. Because he never really hung out with Angel and was like, oh, you do all these good things, don't you? He was just always in the shadows making plans. He never got the chance to see him do any good, so why would he think that Angel is good? Especially since he was never told that Angel had a soul. So, if I was in Holtz's position, I would get to know my enemy, probably, actually. Because enemies closer, right? I don't know. I don't know how to answer this, but I just wanted to bring it up because I don't believe that he knew. Like, people just kept telling him, oh, you know, Angel's good now and all that kind of stuff. But, like, people tell him he's good, but, like, he doesn't fucking know. He's never witnessed it. He's only ever witnessed him killing his family. Whereas Buffy and the gang have actually seen Angel being Angel, and then they saw him being Angelus, and then they saw him being Angel again. And, like, they actually can see the difference between them. He's saved people being Angel, and he's killed people being Angelus. So, I don't think Holtz really understood the concept of his soul. Because he didn't know. Thoughts on how Kangel got wrapped up in Season 3, and what do you think will happen in regards to them since everything is kind of open. You think Cordy will be back? If so, do you think they will get together? I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I was really shipping them, like, all season. And then Gru showed up, and I was like, no, why do you have to do this? Like, no, why? But I really, really, really enjoyed Gru. He was so much fun. But then they went away. And then as soon as they came back, everything was just very weird. Like, Cordelia was just all of a sudden super into Angel. Like, okay, yeah, he lost okay, yeah, Angel lost Connor, and she was trying to be there for him. But I don't know, they just sort of made it extra. Because, like, you know, Gru's sarcasm and all that kind of stuff about everything. Like, Gru being jealous was very strange. Like, he wasn't like that when he left. And she wasn't as compassionate. Like, Cordelia has always been a compassionate person. But she's also been very snarky and, you know, bitchy at times. And, like, from the time that she returned, I didn't hear one little insult from her. And that's just not the Cordelia that I know. So, I don't know. I got a little bit turned off by, like, just the way that it sort of happened. It was like they were pushing it even more, so that they could break them apart in the finale. I think that was a really cheap way to do it, if I'm completely honest. So, I was shipping them all season. And then I just wasn't. Like, I was like, not interested. I think the cutest scene throughout the entirety of Angel so far has been them laying down with Connor falling asleep. And that was, like, seriously the cutest thing ever. And then, like, I'm just completely turned off by the way that she's acting when she comes back. I don't know. It just felt very unorganic. They were, like, super in love, Gru and Cordelia. And then, like, they came back and she was just ignoring Gru all the time. No, I feel like it was plot over character. I don't think that they're going to get together because we know that Angel can't do the perfect happiness business. And we know that Joss Whedon likes to just be annoying and not put characters together that should be together. But I don't know if I'd like them together at this point, because they just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. I do think that Cordelia will be back. You probably can't see, but I put all of my Angel stuff up here, because I'm going to obviously record the first episode of Angel after this. And on the cover, it sort of has a picture of Cordelia, so I guess that's a bit of a spoiler, I guess. But oh well, I expected as much anyways before looking at it, if I'm honest. So those were the questions that I chose. I didn't choose very many this time around because there were a lot of questions that I just didn't know how to answer, if I'm completely honest. Plus, I wanted to try and keep this thoughts video as short as I could because, I'm going to be honest, it's very annoying to edit. And I want to start the next season. So I want to thank everyone that put their questions forward. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to answer yours. Now I'm going to get into some of the predictions that I have for the next season. So I predict that Angel is going to get saved somehow. I also predict that maybe Connor will become like the big bad, almost, maybe. Because he sort of picked his allegiances with stupid Justine. God, what the fuck was wrong with her? I hated her. I hope she dies. That's gonna be my third prediction. Wesley kills her. If not, I predict I will kill her. If you haven't already checked out my update video that I uploaded earlier in the week, I'm going to be dropping down to 3 Buffyverse episodes a week. And it's not just going to be Buffyverse, it'll be, there's going to be 3 Whedonverse episodes a week now. Just because I'm in my last season of Buffy and I want to really enjoy it as much as I can. And we're going to be sprinkling in some Firefly in there as well, because apparently, Joss Whedon likes to reuse a lot of actors and actresses, and what better way to introduce me to some of the characters than to do it with different shows? And basically, we just came to the consensus that why the hell not? So I hope you guys are okay with the idea of 3 a week rather than 4 all the time. It was a lot of work getting 4 out every week. And basically, I just hope you guys are on board with the idea. And if you've never seen Firefly, maybe give it a go, because I am. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this season with me. I hope you guys are looking forward to the next season, and I guess I will see you in the next reaction video.